The sun was a hammer on the pavement stone. In a city of millions, he felt alone. A 10-minute walk turned to miles of regret. In a maze of the streets he can never forget. 4 hours of searching, the hotel in sight, while the daylight was fading to shadows of night. The fever arrived like a ghost in the hall. As he reached for the phone, as he reached for the wall, he called for a voice, but the scolding was dry. Why stay in that room when the villa is high? But the strength was all gone and the spirit was thin, locked in the heat of the fire within. He looked for a refuge, a place to belong, far from the crowd and the city's harsh song. He signed for a homestay, a room by the shore, with a creak in the wood and a bolt on the door. The keys felt like lead in his trembling hand. A stranger arriving in a faraway land. It is a long walk back through the silver glare, with a silent vow in the city air. No steady beat, but the one he feels as the distance turns under leather and steel. He is moving fast and he is moving true, finding the road that leads to you. The auntie was speaking a language of grace, but he couldn't find meaning or a sense of the place. The A at the ending, the lilt and the flow, left him nodding at things that he didn't quite know. He spoke of koya and gano and demo, but the locals just stared like a black and white show. He asked for a plate in his Kelantan drawl, but the silence that followed was a brick in the wall. They offered him umai and misua in bowls, while his alien words searched for similar souls. A man from the east in the land of the hornbill, where the language was high but the logic was still. Now he sits in the garden, the salt in the air, with the roki he smokes and the wind in his hair. The homestay is quiet, the neighbors are gone, just the rhythm of waves and the light of the dawn. The fever is broken, the silence is sweet, away from the noise of the city-bound street. He looked at the stars and he looked at the tide, with nothing to fear and with nothing to hide. He tried on the language, the lute and the play, where the words end in A at the end of the day. A roki he smokes and the moon in the sky, watching the hours and the ocean go